When you're powerful enough to reveal the narcissist mask, what happens next? Thank you for clicking this video. Your presence here once more is very appreciated as we proceed with our investigation into the identity of the narcissist. Before we continue, I just wanted to start off by expressing my appreciation to everyone who took the time to watch this video. I'd like to send you an invitation to contribute to the growth of this channel by forwarding this video to any of your friends or family members. Please subscribe to this channel if this is your first time here so that you don't miss out on any future updates that you might find interesting. Because there is so much information available, more and more individuals are realizing on a daily basis that they are friends, parents, lovers, or any other type of relationship with a toxic person. But what steps should you take if you have reason to believe that you are interacting with a narcissist? Narcissists will stop at nothing to enhance their public persona, regardless of the consequences. This could be giving someone a compliment and acting like you have a close relationship with them in order to make them appear to be more significant. It's possible that you didn't notice until much later that narcissists exude a chilly, frosty vibe. If you try to stand up to a narcissist's authority, or if you aren't able to live up to their expectations, you will always be portrayed as the antagonist in their eyes. They make people's lives a living hell, but they never apologize for their actions. It is not going to take place. Even though he moves on to the next item on his list, you are still on the one he was looking at. People will make fun of you, lie, and gossip about you for what feels like the rest of their lives. No, a narcissist is incapable of doing anything wrong, and they will never apologize for their actions. Do not wait for it to happen, nor should you expect it to. It is a burden to be forced to spend a significant amount of time with them. Narcissists do not want others to see through the masks they wear to conceal their obsession with themselves, and they make every effort to demonstrate that they are better or worse than the masses, despite the fact that they have nothing of value to contribute. The only people who are able to perceive them for who they truly are the people who are most intimately acquainted with them, and even then, it takes some time. The liar's closest friends and family members are the ones who are the first to discover the truth about them. You will need to adopt a new strategy once you come to the realization that an insatiable narcissist is a driving force behind the encounters you are having. That makes it impossible for you to continue communicating with them in the same manner. They would only be causing themselves pain and disappointment if they made this choice. I also want to emphasize that loving a narcissist in the belief that they would change is not productive and should be avoided at all costs. You could find that practicing tough love is helpful in dealing with narcissists, but if the narcissist in question is an adult, this strategy won't work, because reprimanding a narcissist will just make them more upset, which will only make the situation much more difficult to deal with. Because they dislike it when they are criticized, they don't enjoy it when someone tells them no or when they get in trouble. They just see the issue in you, and they can't see anything else about you. Your reputation will suffer far more quickly, and others will forget about you as a result, since narcissists are always looking for new individuals to manage and dominate. Consequently, I believe that this will benefit them more than it will benefit you. It takes more than simply tough love to bring about transformation in a narcissist. When you reflect back to the first few days or weeks, you might have been devastated when you realized you were dealing with a narcissist. But now when you think about it, you might be relieved. You start to reflect on the time you spent loving someone who did not return those feelings in the same manner that you did. It's possible that you're constantly questioning yourself. What the heck am I meant to do now? Things can quickly spiral out of control, which is especially likely when there are children involved. It's arguably the most essential thing that can happen at the time in life when everything starts to make sense, and it's something that can happen at any point. Just give that some thought for a moment, and you'll see how everything fits together. It will be a relief to finally put all of the pieces of the puzzle together. It truly is an excessive amount. However, the moment to act is when you have a clear understanding of the challenges you face. The present moment is the most crucial period for formulating a strategy for dealing with the predicament or evading the narcissist in question. They won't be pleased if you let the narcissist know what you've been up to, so keep that in mind. It is in your best interest not to let them know what you are doing, regardless of whether you are going no contact with them, ignoring them, or simply turning off your emotional faucet. If there is something you absolutely have to say, hold off until all of the preparations for your departure have been finished before you say anything. Also, keep in mind that attempting to explain to a narcissist why they are narcissistic is a fruitless endeavor and should be avoided at all costs. Some people have never come across the expression, and even if they have, they will still try to portray you as a dangerous individual regardless of whether or not they are familiar with the word. Because they believe that what they do is neither good nor evil, narcissists do not care what other people think of them. Your sole course of action will be to show them your hand, which will give them a significant edge in the game. Even if it is probable that these will be your last words before you pass away, you should not do this since it is not a good idea. I wouldn't say anything in the hopes that the narcissist will come to the conclusion that they were in the wrong, apologize, and put everything back in order. In this particular scenario, nothing even somewhat similar will take place. You shouldn't let someone who is narcissistic know how much suffering they've caused you once you determine that they have that trait. Knowing that they were able to cause you so much pain would probably offer them a sense of satisfaction and accomplishment as well as pleasure. They won't be made to feel the slightest bit embarrassed or ashamed of who they are. Keep in mind that even if they seem kind to you, narcissists do not care about you in the slightest. They appear to enjoy the level of suffering you inflict upon them. Do not acknowledge that you are aware of how the narcissist behaves, or that you are making plans to exit the relationship when you are aware that you are dealing with a narcissist. Since you have already conceded that the narcissist will not be able to assist you in moving on with your life, there is nothing else to discuss in this regard. When interacting with a narcissist, it is best to reveal as little information as possible about yourself. The narcissist will resort to any means necessary in order to elicit an emotional response from you. If you respond, the narcissist will feel even more assured that they can exert their dominance over you. Because doing so gives people the impression that they continue to have an emotional stake in the event, they are more inclined to push these buttons. You should sever all relations with the narcissist as soon as you are able to do so. Increase the amount of attention you pay to both your emotional and physical well-being. The more time we spend around narcissists, the more negative effects it has on us. On the long run, if we make the decision to pay more attention to ourselves and less attention to the narcissist, it has the potential to make a significant difference. When we come to the conclusion that the narcissist does not merit our affection or attention, we cease worrying about what other people think of us as a result of this realization. Knowing that you were in a narcissistic relationship can be unpleasant, especially if it lasted for a long period of time, months, years, or even decades. However, this also presents an opportunity for you to regain your independence and pleasure. It is not productive to bury one's head in the sand, or to cling to the belief that things will eventually get better. Your time is not well spent on either of these concepts. Nothing will ever change for you if you don't make the decision to take responsibility for what you do. That is all I have to say about the topic for today. As is customary, I express the hope that the aforementioned material was of some use to you. Please leave a comment below sharing your thoughts, and we are extremely grateful that you took the time to watch this movie. I hope you have an amazing week.